Manchester United have drawn with Liverpool 0-0 at Anfield, and in a game where most United fans, like myself, thought United were going to get slapped. I thought United were going to get spanked. 5-0, 6-0, 7-1 again. Who knows? I was dreading this day. But United, defensively at least, were very, very good today. And where Liverpool was just really bad offensively today. Maybe a bit of both, like I said. But we're going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about it. In truth, the game was a bit of a bore. It lacked the quality. It lacked the atmosphere. The atmosphere that we usually get in a derby like this. It didn't have it. Or maybe, it had it towards the end, but throughout the game, it felt like a weird game. United today looked like we came to not play football. We came to sit deep, we came to frustrate, and we came to counter-attack. How do you feel about that as United fans, to know that we came to Anfield to set it up that way? Let me know. Liverpool, at the same time, for me, lacked the guile. They lacked the cutting edge. They're like a hammer. They did nothing. We were very comfortable sitting deep. Liverpool, for me, didn't do enough offensively. Scott McTominay, as captain today, talk to me about it. How do you feel about that? Because personally, I think it's an insult. It's an insult to Varane on the football pitch. It's an insult to a lot of players, but it is what it is. And Scott today, where was he? I don't think he had a good game today at all, and we're going to talk about it. Varane, like I said, for me, was probably, from a Man United standpoint, the man of the match. I think he was amazing today, defensively, as usual. I mean, you say what you want about the fact that you can't play that well with the ball at his feet. That's Varane's main criticism. He's not a ball-playing centre-back or whatever you want to say, but I'm thinking, hold on, he's good at football. He played for Real Madrid, who are a good ball-playing team, guys. So he's not that bad. And today, like I said, he played well, showed how good he was. Listen, the game wasn't pretty, like I said. It wasn't a good game. And from a neutral perspective, you probably would have found it even worse to watch. But United came to Anfield on a day where everyone thought they were going to lose, and they drew. So you got to be happy. We still got to be happy. Take the positives, but don't be gassed and don't turn your blind eye to the negatives. We're going to analyze the game. If you're not the game, we're going to talk about the match, talk about the first half, what went down, talk about the second half and what went down. As usual on this channel, guys, thank you for joining. Smash the like, turn on the notifications, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, subscribe below. It's a brand new channel. I've been running this for a long time. Basically, you grab your drink, you grab your smoke, whatever you're doing after the match, you have a little calm down, you have a little debrief with me, and we sit and we talk about the game, we analyze it, and we try to be objective as possible, should I say. There's a quote that I always say, we say what we see, not how we feel. Everyone has their favorite players and everyone has their bias. We all do. But I try my best to be as logical, pragmatic, and as unbiased as I can. And if I'm not, talk to me about it, tell me about it. Check me, If you feel like I'm being biased, let me know. But anyway, let's talk about the game. In terms of the starting lineup, I'm not going to lie to you. When I first saw the starting lineup, I thought to myself, yeah, this manager he doesn't want to win. He doesn't like his life. He doesn't like his job. He's never liked his job, and he wants to get fired today. He must want to get fired today, because Mainu, Scott McTominay, and Amrabat in the midfield. Of course, I know Maguire's injured, but Varane and Evans, high line against Liverpool's front three. Dalot and Shaw, yes, we need to play those two, because those two are very quick and probably our best fullbacks. But then the front three, the front three of Hojlund, Garnacho and Antony is a mess. I know he's played at front three the last few matches, but from a pure footballing standpoint, as a man who's a fan of watching good football, watching those front three, it's very painful. It's very painful. I mean, watching United play football under Ten Hag since he's been here has been very, very, very painful. He's a lot more pragmatic than I thought he was going to be, and I like pragmatism, but his 3-1-6 formation, the way he sees football, the type of players that he likes are not the same as the type of players I like. And I say this in most videos, I don't see eye to eye with Ten Hag in terms of the style of football, the quick transition football that he's trying to implement, because I think you need to be able to keep possession of the ball and keep hold of the ball. And I feel like the players he picks usually are for quick transition rather than technical soundness, i.e. more physical, less technical. And I think that needs to change. That's not what I wanted to see. That's not the kind of football I wanted to see when we brought Ten Hag in. Let's just say that. But anyway, that's my opinion. I wasn't happy with the team, and I knew that team's a counter-attacking team. That no one in that team is going to hold the ball up, bring others into play. That team is not very technical. That team, I mean, Maine's good. He's young, but that team is not built to. I mean, Hojlund is not very good at, that type of football. Playing with the back to goal, holding the ball up, bringing others into play, dribbling with the ball. His technical ability, Hojlund, doesn't seem that high. He's more of a physical player. But let's talk about the game. In terms of the game, the first half and how I saw it and how I analyse it, I mean, from the first minute, United were under pressure. The first minute, Liverpool pinned us back, quick football, one-touch football, progressive, vertical, back to front, very quickly, the Liverpool way, as we know, immediately. But United's back line, we retreated very quickly. They didn't have an opportunity in the first few minutes to have a counter-attack because we didn't have the ball. But within the first few minutes, our back line retreated to the penalty box. And we had a very, very close, tight back four and second line of defence. So our two lines of defence were very close together. So we didn't give them room to pass the ball in the line. So while they pinned us back, they didn't really create much. Liverpool were using the width very well, giving the ball to Salah, giving the ball to the wide players very quickly, like moving the ball very quickly. But apart from the pressure, the actual pressure of pinning us back, like I said, we didn't give them the space to create. And I think if they had scored in the first 3-4 minutes, like probably they wanted or intended, the game would have been different. But we did very well, United, to weather that storm. And after the first 9-10 minutes, like I said, we started to play a little bit. We started to have a bit of possession at the back, as we usually do. And Anana and Varane and the fullback started to field the ball. And it was clear that United were looking to counter-attack, like I said. That was the game plan. 20 minutes in, same game plan. Liverpool probing, passing the ball around. United keeping back, not really being countered. The atmosphere started, I was going to say started to become flat, but I don't think the atmosphere started amazingly well anyway. The atmosphere in the game was really subdued for a Liverpool-Man United game. And I don't know why or what it was. Maybe Liverpool fans were expecting a spanking. Maybe they were expecting, 2 goals within the first 10 minutes or something. I don't know. But the game felt strange. Around 27 minutes, I felt, this game is going to be a very strange game. Liverpool are definitely lacking cutting edge today. I think Onana made a save around 30 minutes from Van Dijk's header from a Liverpool corner. But like I said, apart from that, nothing really happened in the game apart from the pressure. United's low block, it worked. It was clear what we wanted to do. Liverpool lacking the guile. Because this Liverpool team, for me, are not the best team to watch. I don't really like watching Liverpool. They don't have anybody that impresses me. I mean, I don't like watching Man United. I'm just a Man United fan, so I watch them. I love my football club. But, Liverpool is just... they're just a hammer, like I said, and they just don't have the finesse sometimes. They're very pragmatic and very structured in the way they attack. And if that doesn't work, they just don't know how to score, you know. Hojlund had about 4 touches in the first half, and we're going to have to talk about Hojlund because Hojlund's not a baby. He's not 12. He's 20 years old, going to be 21. And he's leading the line for Man United. And I can officially say that technically speaking, from a technical standpoint, compared to all the strikers that we've had in the past, I think he's one of the worst technically. He's very strong. Well, he appears to be very strong. I say appears to be because the other day he was getting thrown around in the Champions League, I think. He's very tall though. I think the thing that gives Hojlund grace is the fact that he's young and he's still only 20, and a lot of strikers, they blossom older. Some strikers, they can blossom young, start young, but some strikers, you know, they blossom older, and he could be one of them. So I'm not going to give a damning verdict yet about Hojlund, but today, in the first half, he wasn't good. And 4 touches is not good enough, and it's not just his fault. I'm going to be very clear that, of course, I'm talking about Hojlund today. And I guess when I'm talking about him today, I'm really bringing in everything that I've seen from him in the previous matches, not just this match, a little bit, which is a bit unfair. And because it's a bit unfair because United didn't have the ball really that much today anyway. Didn't create too many opportunities anyway. So the fact that he didn't have the ball is not just his fault. So it's not fair for me to say it's all his fault, the fact that he had only 4 touches. But I think he needs to be doing more, at least. I think so, definitely. But I mean, United were probably the happier team at half time. Like I said, Liverpool huffed and puffed like the big bad wolf, nothing happened. But United, we didn't have the players to make the ball stick. Like I said, Hojlund, when the ball came to him, I don't think he could do a lot. And people complain about Martial a lot, and for many reasons I don't understand. But the ball would have stuck with Martial a lot of the times. Martial lacks the physicality that the British love to see, the scrapping. They see that as more important than actual quality and technical ability. They love the passion, the desire, the emotion, because football's a religion for a lot of people. So they like that stuff, those emotional words. They like the aesthetics, like someone who appears to look like they love the club, and they like the feelings, basically, the feeling stuff. Where I'm more objective, I'm more logical in the way I watch football. So all that sort of emotional words and brainwashing, I call it emotional brainwashing, I don't really take too much attention to. So I look at the fact that he hasn't scored in the Premier League since we bought him, and he's had chances. And we're going to talk about the chance he had later on today, which is a really, really good chance, guys. A really good chance that he should have buried. And we're going to be objective and not be emotional and assess him like we assess all footballers. Like I would assess Eddie Nketiah or anyone else. We're going to assess it and not hold back because he's 20 or because of this and that. You know, he wasn't good today. Let's just keep it 100 and be honest. You know, we still have the players to make it stick. And half-time, second half, Liverpool once again started fast, like they did in the first half, really quickly. One touch football, they moved it around. But once it came to the final third, it just didn't have the guile to move our back 4 around enough. Move, I guess, our 2 banks of 5 almost, or 2 banks of 4 at least. They didn't have enough guile to just create enough space and move us around enough to create that clear-cut chance that they needed. And I think, like I said, at 60 minutes, I'm thinking, all right, United are doing well. United are doing well to keep this 0-0. Everybody, their granddad, their dad, their dog, and their pet gerbil were all thinking, yeah, today was going to be a day where Liverpool slapped United. But 60 minutes, 0-0. I was like, all right, do you know what? And then I think 66 minutes, 67, I got it in my memory. Hojlund's chance now. And I think Hojlund was through. He shifted it from his left to his right foot. I think the angle was a bit tight, so we have to be fair and analyze it properly. The angle was a bit tight. However, I think think from that position, that close, he should be hitting across the goalkeeper into the bottom corner. Or through the goalkeeper's legs, or doing something. The fact that he just shot straight at the goalkeeper, for me, just shows to me that he's not a finisher. He's not a finisher. He can strike the ball really hard, but he doesn't have the finesse. He doesn't have the mind to dink it, or to just put it through the legs like a Martial would, or do something cute. He doesn't come across like a finisher. And those are the moments that a year ago, Martial missing that, everyone would blame the fact that we didn't win on the fact that Martial's not a good striker. Martial missed this chance, and if we didn't win, it was Martial's fault. Hojlund just missed a big chance, and most people are not going to be going online saying, oh, we lost and it's Hojlund's fault. I don't want people to really just focus on it and understand that, because as much as I love to talk about football, I also love psychology. I love the way people's brains work, and football is a mental sport. Football is about psychology, it's 50 for me, at least 50% up here. Football, if you're quick up here, if you're smart up here, and you're a good footballer, technically, those are the best footballers. But it was straight at the keeper, Hojlund's chance. Rashford came on as well after 70 minutes for Garnacho. Garnacho, once again, didn't have the best of games. Garnacho is not a starter for Man United. He is not. He should be on the bench, a squad player. I don't know what this manager is doing, but it is what it is. I think Garnacho had a chance where he was put through, and after his first touch, the defender got back and made a tackle. And I thought, do you know what? I think if that was Marcus Rashford, I don't think Marcus Rashford would have got caught. I don't think Garnacho is him. He's not him. And I think he's a bit too... It comes across... I know you need a bit of confidence. You do need confidence and a bit of arrogance to play for Man United. We do know that. But I think he's got a bit too much at this stage in his career. And I think he needs to chill out a little bit, personally. However, Konate shot straight at Onana. Very easy save. United made more changes. I think Antony came off, Manu came off, Palestri came on, and Hannibal came on. But Liverpool did not look like scoring. They didn't look like scoring. And like I said, this Liverpool team, I think they could win the league, but they're going to have problems against low blocks. Today looked like a bottom team, bottom of the table team, like a team in 13th or 14th, sitting deep, playing against a far superior technical side, aiming to only win by hitting them on the break. So United today looked like a mid-table team. So there's many ways you can look at this game. We shouldn't have even drawn today. So the fact that we drew today means we played well. But if you look at the performance, we didn't actually play well. We defended well, but we didn't actually play well if you think about what the game of football is supposed to be. What the game of football is supposed to look like. Sitting back all day is anti-football. So you can't say we played well, but we defended well. But a United side should play better than that. But at the same time, Liverpool didn't score because of our good defending. And perhaps if we were more expansive today, played Bruno, played a more expansive team, we would have left more space, and Liverpool would have had more space to score. If we played Bruno, we might have had less structure in our midfield. Therefore, we left more space. Bruno would have given the ball away more, because he usually gives the ball away more than other players. Or you can look at it, if we played Bruno, then he would have made clever passes and we might have scored because he would have created more chances. Listen, that's why football is so nuanced and so grey. And there's too many people who look at it black and white, because it never is. It's fluid. It's always moving, always evolving. And that's the beauty of it. That's why I love doing this. That's why I love talking about football. I love football, guys. I love it. You know, like in the pandemic when people were like, on our days, the fans were out the stadium and I missed the fans. I was thinking, no, I don't know. I don't mind it without the fans, because without the fans adding their bias and chanting for footballers' names when they're playing rubbish and booing players when they shouldn't be booing them and doing. Sometimes I just want to see the shapes and the movement. Sometimes I just want to watch football and not be distracted by everything else that's going on. So yeah, I think most people don't actually love football. Most people just love the feeling football gives. I actually like a lot of you probably as well, just like to watch and study and look at the movements and shapes and understand that it's a game of chess at the end of the day. It's a game of chess, football. It really is. You know, not just sitting there and just waiting for the goal to go in, and once the goal goes in, because we're all tribal, we chant and we get happy, and then we sit back and we wait for the goal to go in. No, we watch every second, every minute, and we see what players are doing, what shapes and where they're going and where they're running, and their body shape when they receive the ball and how they receive the ball, and all of these things. We've got to try to absorb these things and just appreciate it, because it's art at the end of the day, football, just as much as it is a sport for me anyway. But anyway, United, Ten Hag, we move, we keep going. Is he going to survive? He might do, guys. He might do. He might not be going anywhere. United do have good players, and the quality of the players usually shine through. I have my reservations about Ten Hag. I do. I really do. Things are fluid, always. So you always want the manager to change his ways, to see something different, rather than I want to change the manager. But based on what I see the manager be implementing, I have very deep reservations about Ten Hag. But we drew today, and that's the main thing. We didn't lose against Liverpool, so we move on. It's a very good Sunday, guys. Very good Sunday. I hope you liked the video. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you think, man. Who was your man of the match? For me, it was Varane. He was a monster today. Let me know who was yours. Manu he had a decent game today. Scott, he was nowhere. Garnacho, no. Hojlund, no. Antony. Do you know Antony was alright today? Antony was decent today. The defenders, all of them, yes, sure, a bit iffy, especially with the tackles, but other than that, yeah. Onana, decent, made a few decent saves, did one or two shaky things, but other than that, didn't really have anything to do. So, yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know. Let me know. How did you see the game? Where do we go from here, man? Where do you go from here? Talk to me. Leave your comments below. Share the video. Like, subscribe below. And I will see you after the next game. We'll have a conversation. We'll have another talk. And we'll keep doing. We keep going. Keep building. Keep growing. Peace out. It's your boy, man. I love, man. If you're not...